Welcome back to TechKidFX for another GRT price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you the latest developments that have been happening here on the GRT chart, which at the time of this recording has lost the 20-day MA here on the 4-hour chart, which is now acting as resistance. We have also seen a breakout out of a chart pattern that we have been trading within, which is this descending channel, which has now given us a breakout to the lower side in a move that has now given us a low at around the $0.1066 mark. We have also continued to obey the Elliot structures, and before I get further into the technical analysis and also give you my breakdown targets here on the GRT chart, first give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also check out the channel membership, and allow me to continue with the video here on the 4-hour chart by first giving you the short-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out, by first giving you a recap of what has been happening here on the GRT chart, where you can see that after seeing our lower low at around the $0.0518 mark, we started this massive bounce to the upper side, obeying the Elliot structures, where you can see that I have this Elliot structure in yellow, having that as the first wave, then a wave 2, then a wave 3, giving us a peak at around the $0.2325 mark. And after seeing the high for that wave 3, I was expecting a corrective structure over here in the formation of that wave 4, and using the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the low of the second wave to the high of that wave 3, I was able to come up with a minimum retracement area to the lower side in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 4 between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618, which is a target area that lies between the $0.1443 mark and the $0.1234 mark. And this is a target area that we have fully maximized, and after losing the fib level 0.618, you can see that the breakdown has continued and also given us a breakout out of a chart pattern that we had been trading within, which is this descending channel to the lower side. And in the formation of that wave 4, which is a corrective wave also, we also expected to see an ABC corrective structure also play out, and I believe we are seeing such a scenario over here, having this ABC corrective structure. And you can see that using the Fibonacci's, connecting them once more from the low of the second wave to the high of that wave 3, having lost the fib level 0.618, and now we are just about to get to the fib level 0.78, which lies at around the $0.0938 mark. There are chances that we have now hit an invalidation point in the formation of this higher Elliot wave count 4 to the lower side, though we are still holding above the wave 1 high, which is the most significant high that we need to continue holding within in the formation of this wave 4. There are chances that in case the breakdown continues and maybe get to the wave 1 high, then we might invalidate this Elliot structure to the upper side. And the alternative scenario that we can have here on the GRT chart is that we can term this movement to the upper side as a 1-2 setup, where we can have this as the 1-2 setup. Then after seeing the 1-2 setup, we started an Elliot structure where we can term this as the first wave to the upper side, giving us a peak at around the $0.2325 mark. And whatever we are seeing at the moment is a corrective structure to the lower side in the formation of that wave 2, before we can continue gearing up in the formation of that wave 3, then expect a wave 4 and then a wave 5 to the upper side. And if that is the case, I can first remove this Elliot structure right here in yellow, so that I can be able to sketch out a target area to the lower side in the formation of this wave 2 by connecting the Fibonacci's from the low of the second wave, that is the first wave down there, to the high of that wave 1 at around the $0.2325 mark, and that gives me a minimum retracement area to the lower side in the formation of that wave 2 between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.78. So in case that is the case, that GRT continues to obey, we can have our breakdown targets between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.78, which is a target area that lies between the $0.1438 mark and the $0.0929 mark, and that is the minimum that we can expect GRT to do in this breakdown to the lower side in what we could term as a second wave to the lower side. And that is after seeing these 1-2 setup to the upper side, and after seeing the 1-2 setup, we started this other 1-2 setup to the upper side, having that as the first wave. And whatever we are seeing at the moment is a corrective structure to the lower side in the formation of this wave 2. So in case the breakdown continues over here, continue watching the area at around the $0.0929 mark here on the Fibonacci's, and that is at the fib level 0.78. And in case we lose the fib level 0.78, then I need you to watch the high at around the $0.0794 mark, because a break below that key area, that is that significant high, could be invalidating this whole structure that we have right here to the upper side and suggest an alternative scenario. And before I give you the long-term scenarios, we can first take a look at the indicator, where on the RSI you can see we are trading at around the 17 mark, meaning we have managed to get into the oversold region. Also taking a look at the market, we have been able to print a bearish cross, suggesting that there are chances of continuing to see the breakdown to the lower side. And jumping to the daily chart for further analysis and also give you the long-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out, you can see that GRT from these low prices that he had been trading within, we saw that massive bounce to the upper side, seeing the all-time high at around the $2.9 mark in what I'm terming as that first wave to the upper side. And after seeing the all-time high, we started the bear market, where we had been seeing lower prices in this movement over here, in a move that gave us a low at around the $0.0518 mark. And after seeing the low for that second wave, whatever we expect on the long-term scenarios is the start of an explosive move to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3, where I have minimum target areas at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $4.688 mark, and that is the minimum that I'm expecting GRT to do on the long-term scenarios and also on the short-term scenarios. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll be keeping you updated.